Hello and welcome to my MLB expansion project. My name is Gus Fiddler and this is my Charlotte MLB expansion project for my SAL Sports Financial Management class. Throughout this PowerPoint, we are going to examine and analyze financial and related factors influencing MLB expansion market and present an MLB expansion proposal in my area of Charlotte, North Carolina. Within this PowerPoint, you should expect to see information on population, competition, business climate, digital, TV rights, social media, facility and transportation, and any additional facts that I feel are important into expressing the MLB expansion in Charlotte, North Carolina. We'll start with some of the city demographics. To start, Charlotte is the most populous city in North Carolina. The city itself was ranked 16th most populous in the United States, and its metropolitan area, meaning its area around the city included, was ranked 23rd in the United States. Some major areas to take in when thinking of an MLB team expanding to this city was that in 2004 from 2014, Charlotte was actually ranked the fastest growing metro area. From 2005 to 2015, Charlotte topped the US in millennial population growth and is the second largest city in the southeastern United States, just behind Jacksonville, Florida. And finally, it is the third fastest growing major city in the United States. Charlotte is also a very diverse city, with 52% of it being female, 48% being male, and a large variety in different races from black, white, Hispanic, Asian, and others, along with a median age of around 34 years old in North Carolina. The average city income is $48,000 for a median family, or to $60,000. So there's tons of variety of people here. There's a large group of people that would be expected to go to sports games. So for an MLB team, this would be a perfect environment for people that are growing in population, growing in that age where they might be having kids, along with being at the age where they would want to go out and have the money to spend that money on extra activities. Charlotte is home to many popular sports, some of the biggest ones within the city and area being the Carolina Panthers in the NFL, and the Charlotte Hornets of the NBA. In addition, there are other leagues like the hockey with Charlotte Checkers and Major League Lacrosse with the Charlotte Hounds, two semi-pro soccer foundations of the Charlotte Eagles and Charlotte Independents. However, there is not an MLB team within Charlotte at this current time. However, there is a minor league baseball team of the Charlotte Knights. On this slide, you can see the different badges and logos of those teams: the Hornets, the Panthers, Knights, all the other big teams that are currently within Charlotte. With the Charlotte Knights being the only baseball team within the Charlotte area, although it's not in the MLB, we'll discuss what the kind of fan base would look like if an MLB team was to enter Charlotte. To start, the Charlotte team is in the minor league of baseball, which they play in the International League. It's a AAA affiliate of the Chicago White Sox. Its venue was the most visited in the whole league from 2014 to 2019, welcoming over 133 sellout crowds. And the Charlotte Knights also led the minor league of baseball in average attendance per game for the fourth time in 5 seasons. So it's very clear that there's a market for the MLB teams in Charlotte. There just isn't quite an MLB team just yet. When comparing MLB, we want to look at the locations. So from Charlotte, these are the current closest MLB team franchises. We've got the Braves, which is 4 hours, the Cincinnati Reds, which is 7 hours, and then the Washington Nationals, which is 6 hours. So there's a large span between Charlotte and these other existing clubs, so it would be a perfect location for an additional MLB team. Business and money within a city is obviously a large aspect to bringing in a brand new franchise. So within Charlotte, there is already 9 Fortune 500 companies and another 9 Fortune 500 to 1000 companies, meaning in total there is 18 companies within the Fortune 1000, with big companies like Bank of America and Lowe's. There are tons of these around the area, and the Charlotte's Knights was actually sponsored by Bank of America. Coming off big companies, TV marketing deals is a large way that sports teams within the United States make their money. Charlotte is currently ranked 21st in the US for TV market size, which sets up perfectly for big TV deals. If we're talking the Charlotte Hornets, the team in the NBA, they currently have an annual right fee to the low to high end of 20 million, which has been up from 14 million since the 2019 season. Carolina Panthers also have a deal that within the NFL they receive 255 million annually just from the league's contracts under the different networks like CBS, Fox, NBC, ESPN, etc. Not to mention the Charlotte Knights, the only minor league baseball team within Charlotte, have a deal with NBC Sports and Chicago, along with My12, WYMYT. Social media is turning into another huge platform for these big sports teams to create a large revenue for their sports. If we're talking MLB teams, Atlanta Braves, Cincinnati Reds and Washington Nationals were all teams within that area closest to Charlotte. If we look at some of the followers they have upwards of 1.5 million all the way down to 652,000. If we're talking about Charlotte teams, they're very similar. The Knights, obviously being a minor league baseball team, is on the low end, but the Panthers and the Hornets, who are both big NFL and NBA teams within Charlotte area, both have much higher numbers than any of the other baseball teams that are located in places close to Charlotte. Therefore, Charlotte would be a good place for an MLB team to create because of the large population on social media as well. After discussing all the really good reasons to why Charlotte should introduce an MLB team, making the stadium is the next step into introducing the MLB team into Charlotte. This location here is the one I chose, which is right near the center of Charlotte. The zip code for this area is 28206. It's just 10 minutes from the center and 15 minutes from the closest airport. Just some of the other reasons why this spot would be a great spot for introducing MLB Stadium is because anywhere from 6 to 15 minutes there are 10 different hotels, along with multiple interstate exits close to this area, so easy access and easy exits for people coming to and from the game. Within a 7-mile radius there are also 19 different transit centres, meaning people are able to get to the game very easily even if they can't park. And in addition to that, there is a city salvage area right in front of the wooded place where the stadium will be built, which would be perfect for easily turning it into a large car park for the stadium. Now, just for some more additional sporting facts that can help push the narrative that an MLB team should enter Charlotte. Charlotte has already shown that it can host and show many big sporting events, from longest NASCAR race to the annual Coca-Cola 600, golf's Wells Fargo Championships and NBA All-Star Games, not to mention AAC football championships and ACC men's basketball tournaments. There's a ton of things that go on within Charlotte, and it is already shown that it's a good hub for sporting events. Some final statistics that can help push that narrative even more is that in 2016 approximately 48.6 million people took trips to North Carolina, which ranked it number 6 in terms of domestic visitation. 91% of all travellers in the state drove, while 7% took air, and then nearly 9 out of 10 people that visited North Carolina came for leisure purposes, seeking to see sporting events or other activities within Charlotte. And then finally, in 2013, Forbes named Charlotte among its list of the best places for a business and careers. If that's not a final stone to convince you guys why Charlotte should introduce an MLB team, then I don't know what else will. Thank you for listening to my MLB expansion project. I hope you like what you read. Thank you for watching my PowerPoint.